Happy Hump Day, everyone. It's the Ryrican, and um, I'm going to talk today. Real quick, I'm going to just touch that uh, the New York City shooting yesterday. A suspect was um, there's a suspect that he hasn't been found yet, but they're still looking for him. But the key suspect is a 62-year-old man by the name of Frank James. Um, if anyone has any information, um, obviously contact authorities. He shot. If he did do this, he shot 10 people at the Brooklyn subway station. It says here 29 people were treated a hospital for injuries because just because you didn't get shot didn't mean you might have got trampled or anything like that. Just so many injuries could happen in the chaos. So you never know what's going on here. And it goes here. James has addresses in Wisconsin as well as Philadelphia, where U-Haul was rented. The U-Haul was recovered near the station and has been cleared by the NYPD's bomb squad. Police said the van will be transported to a forensic location where federal and local authorities can go through the vehicle in a controlled environment. A senior law enforcement official told CNN. The New York City mayor, Eric Adams, told CNN this morning that we're going to catch the person. We're going to bring him to justice and hold him responsible for this horrific act on innocent people. Um, I mean, it's crazy. Um, it's a really crazy thing to happen. Just the random act of violence. They're saying it's not considered terrorism yet. Um, from the from the looks of it, it's probably not going to be um, just some random crazy guy who did something. But it's a crazy world we live in. It's the crazy world. There's no law that could stop crazy. That's just that's just the truth. There's no law that could stop crazy. There's people who want to say who will turn this into a gun control issue, but you're talking about a guy with a Wisconsin address who used a U-Haul truck that he rented in Pennsylvania to go to New York with to attack a subway station in Brooklyn. There ain't no law that could have prevented that. Like I said, there's no law that can prevent crazy. Here's a guy who, um, apparently he had rants on a YouTube channel where he expressed himself and expressed. I can't. I didn't see the video. I just was reading what CNN was saying about being, there being racist rants on the video, and without seeing it myself, I can't confirm that. Um, but you never know. You never know. I mean, there's a bunch of people online, um, including myself. You know, I have hundreds of videos here that I've made that you could go through and see um, the way I think, the way I feel. Um, I guess it could always my words could be twisted. If something ever happened to me, but it is what it is. Um, I'm here trying to wake people up to see that, um, I heard people saying that this was a false flag, um, that it was staged and all that stuff. And I go, here's the problem. The problem with our government today is I wouldn't put it past them. And that's a sad thing. This could have just been something that organically happened. And yeah, um, and I don't have any, reporters on the ground to to know what to believe or not. But the government lies to us all the time, and so the reality is, if you question it, you're not crazy. People will say, "Oh, you're crazy. You're questioning it, saying that it's staged." the government does a lot, the government does a lot of shady things, and you never know. People don't know about like Operation Paperclip, and uh I forget what's the name of the operational one also, where there's um where they put, where they put assets into news media to, spin stories the way the government wants. All this stuff, unless you go out and search for this information, you're not going to know about it. That's it. Um, Same thing, like, okay, this other story I was reading where it goes here. BLM co-founder triggered by charity transparency laws says they endanger her. No, look, listen. You have a nonprofit. People give you money. You have to account for what you did with that money. You can't just go, "Ooh, look, money," and do whatever you want with it. That's not the way it works. You're a nonprofit. You got to report. People want to know what are you doing with that money, because if not, you're not going to get any more money. So that's why she's triggered. I want you to hear what this lady had to say. I mean, I was just there shaking my head.
Yes, there has been so much clarity for me, questioning for me. I don't know if I have clarity or answers yet, but I'm like, wow, this doesn't seem like this doesn't seem safe for us. This 990 structure, this nonprofit system structure, this is like deeply unsafe. Like this is being literally weaponized against us, against the people we work with. I can't tell you how many people are like, "Am I next?" Like,
if you feel that, you know, basic accounting laws for nonprofits is just to make sure you're not embezzling money. That's what it's for. If you feel endangered, maybe you're doing something wrong. Okay. I mean, it's just you have to account for what you spend with the money that's donated to you.
are they going to do this to me as so there's not a lot of that's like when you know this, you run an organization, like people's morale in an organization is so important. Yes. But if their organization and the people in it are being attacked and scrutinized at everything they do, that leads to deep burnout, that leads to deep like resistance and trauma. And so I think that other people
Comparing, let's say, what a normal business goes through, and let's say people are overly critical, um overworked, and all that stuff, comparing that to what's going on with Black Lives Matter and their charitable, what they're doing with charity funds, is really a cop out, and it's really gross that she's making this comparison.
for me around, what I think it's is important for people to understand is, and it's connected to this question, there's a misinformation and disinformation um, effort to not just um, challenge Black Lives Matter and the organization, but it's an experiment. If they win, then it's the next Black-led organization.
Yeah, it's it's misinformation or disinformation if you know they report on what we're doing with our with with the money you give us. And if we're not allowed to embezzle it, then the next organization won't be able to do it. Yeah, that's the point. It has nothing to do with your race. It has to do with what the shady things you're trying to do with the money you got.
And then it's the next Black-led organization, and it's the next Black person who's leading that. And so it's so important that we pay attention to what's happening, and we don't allow for they have this so that they know what they're doing, like how to create the infighting, how to create the distrust. We have to stop it. We have to stop it before they do it. We have to shut it down. We have to be showing up against it. And so that
So, not that we should do better with our accounting practices, we need to shut down them trying to hold us accountable to the money that we're spending. You know, that's how she's trying to spin this. I mean, I'm talking about it while I'm reading in between the lines what she's saying, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to, you know, basically, race bait. They're trying to use race as a, that's why, people are against the organization.
It's been really important to me too, like taking the time to kind of stand back and watch it happening and being like, oh, this is how this works. Like we are literally the experiment right now.
Which doesn't mean we don't critique.
Nope.
There is a healthy way to ask questions and push that doesn't require us to.
Doesn't require you to what, be critical of what they're spending the money on. No, that's the whole thing. They want accountability. They want to pass over the accountability about the way they're spending the money, and that's why she's triggered, because she's there buying all this real estate with the money, and they're funneling this money through different organizations. In this sense, they funneled money, with the real estate overpaying by $2 million. And like, if I was if if I had donated to this organization, I'd be pissed right now. But you know they named it properly, so like that people would care, when with when really they had no intentions of doing any real good with this money and with this organization. It's just a weapon. That's what it's being used as, in my opinion. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna keep it short today. I'm almost 100% feeling better, but not not quite there, but almost there. So um if you're watching this, please like and subscribe, either YouTube or Rumble. And also, you can interact with me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Gab, Telegram, Parlor, Getter, and no truth. No truth. Okay. With that being said, have a good one.